Stream is live, and we are at it once again from Darlington. Welcome back, everybody, to the channel and to the Bomb Squad Racing League Cup Series. Just as promised, Darlington on tap once again for these Cup cars. Of course, we saw the trucks last night. Keith McLean able to get the victory there. And it looks like he actually may have just made it at the last minute. So he will be looking to sweep Darlington here for trucks and cup. That would be quite the feat to pull off based on the caliber of drivers that we're seeing in this one. So we'll find out what happens. Same number of laps. And yeah, cup physics going to be a whole different beast here. Got my man Zach once again up in the booth with me. Always a pleasure, and I'm just glad that he's sticking with me for this one.
Yes, sir. Another 129 laps of action around the Lady in Black, the track known as the track Too Tough, Too Tame. And we've got a couple of faces we haven't seen yet this season, a couple of faces that haven't run here at Bomb Squad in a little bit. One such name that pokes out to me here is the number 8 of Cody Luke. So happy to see Cody back. Actually, kind of funny coincidence. I was just talking to him on Sunday.
And hey, here he is. So we'll see what that number 8 car is going to be able to do here tonight. And Cody Luke, it's been a while since we've seen him on the channel as well. So that's pretty cool to see. We've got qualifying that just completed, and unfortunately, I don't think Keith made it into the server. Let me see. Oh no, yeah, he did. I'm missing him. Oh, he qualified second. Oh my goodness. No practice. Okay. All right. Mac Daddy's laying it down. Very nice. Let's see. Zach, if you want to give us the starting lineup here for tonight.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so Tyler Mallon on pole once again here at Darlington. This is his third, fourth pole at this track, something crazy like that. He's just a Darlington machine. You got your winner from last night, Mac Daddy, in P2. Terry Scott, Pantelica in row 2. Great qualifying efforts by Dem. Terry actually has quite a few poles at this track, 3 in total over the years, so really good run by him. Joshua Clements, who's taken the last few weeks off, he's back. He qualifies 5th with Silver Bullet in row 3. Magoo with a good qualifying run. He's in P7 there with Steve Grant in row 4. Nelly, the last to take time there in 9th. Then you've got Brian Voiles, Brain Fade, Cody Luke, Monty Keller, Ricky J, and Joshua Moyers, who came in as Joshua Moyers this week instead of Goose. But we'll call him either or.
I was gonna say we'll call him the Goose, Mr. Moyers. I don't know. We'll probably flip flop between the two because that was way too much fun at Bristol. Let's see. Pit window I would expect to be probably about the same.
33, 34, yeah.
33 to 34, right on.
Gonna depend on how much these guys burn their stuff up and then what their gearing looks like.
Yeah, there was a good amount of fall off last night. I think that's going to be amplified quite a bit tonight. Draft, of course, also not being as much of a factor. Maybe a little bit, but not a whole ton. Especially if you're on the back stretch. And 3 and 4, I would expect to probably be the trouble spot once again.
Yeah, this turn 4 exit here is probably the cause of 80% of all caution flags at this track.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we see some guys getting loose over there on that end of the track. I do agree with what you said in chat there, though. I would definitely say that this is one of the sexiest tracks on the schedule. It's got them curves. It's got some nice, unique curves to it, and what's not to love about that?
Indeed. Coming into the night, too, there's a streak that could be tied here by Tyler Mallon in the 18, and that is consecutive races running at the finish. Current record is held by Nelly and Terry Scott at 70 races. Tyler comes into this one with 69 races, and that is every start he's ever made in the Cup Series.
Dang. So very impressive stint there for Tyler. And yeah, Tyler, we're going to be keeping an eye on him a lot in this race. Looking to continue his dominance at this track with another win. I think you said that would be 5 in a row, 6 in a row.
5 in a row. He has
5 in a
won
row.
every race he has run here.
Every race that he's won, he's been able to bring it to victory lane. And on pole for tonight, and that number 18, of course, throwing it back to Bobby Labonte. So see if he's
He
able to
throws it
channel that
back to
energy.
Bobby Labonte every week.
I mean, true. And I guess same could be said about Keith McLean throwing it back to Davey Allison, but you know.
So looking at the points too, so Tyler would be looking to add to his win total. He's won 7 times already this season, but of course you get guys like Joshua Clements, who has won 3 times, Ricky J 3 times, Nelly twice, Mac Daddy once, and then a bunch of guys looking for what would be their first win. Tyler comes in with a 75-point lead over Nelly for the championship with 9 races to go.
I would not be surprised if we see that championship lead expand a little bit, but we'll certainly find out. Like I said, a lot of competitive guys in this thing, like Mac Daddy, like, of course, Tyler, Ricky J. I would expect Josh Moyers to be pretty quick. Josh Clements, as you said, was also pretty impressive with a few wins in at number 92. So, and it's I think it's going to be a pretty good competitive show up there at the front. But of course, a track like this, the narrow groove passing is going to be a little more difficult. Side by side, of course, not ideal.
They'll
So,
do it anyway.
yeah, we got to put on a show here, and hopefully, we'll be in for a less innuendous show tonight. Who am I kidding? We're going to be having fun tonight. It's been a rough few
Not if you
days.
force it. Can't force it. It's got to come out naturally.
Yep, you just got to be smooth with it, and then it'll just slide in nice and easy, and then everything will go nice and smoothly.
Slide it in nice and easy, huh?
Slide job.
Yeah, okay, Andrew. Okay, man. Whatever you say. So interesting little tidbit here. This is only the 20th Darlington race in recorded Cup Series history here at Bomb Squad. This is the second time they're running it this year. They ran it twice in 23, 22, and 21, but before that, there was a string of years where it was only run once. That's because the guys here followed the real life schedule for a very long time. So, those were the years when Darlington only had the one date for a while. So that is why they have not run here that much.
So, maybe some extra challenge there, but of course I say that, and yet here comes Mac Daddy getting the pole without running a single lap of practice.
You mean second?
Or second. Yeah, excuse me. Outside pole. Got the outside pole. These guys are bringing it off pit road here. 15 drivers. A pretty, for what these guys are able to bring in, that's a pretty stout field. And we're going to have the Toyota, Ford, Toyota, Chevy. Front 2 rows there. And of course, that being a Camaro for Pantelica. Another great qualifying effort out of that 32. And, of course, Slayer being on that car, and the Thursday headliner for the Louder Than the Life Festival, which, with any luck, and this is what kind of sent me into a bit of a worry a little bit earlier, but I'm still hoping to find a way to at least be able to go to that festival for a couple days. That will be sick. But,
These drivers are hoping for a nice green flag run to start the race. I looked at the last 7 JTN streams, which was from the 2024 race on back through the first 2021 race. Longest run from the drop of the green is 21 laps, and there were 2 lap 1 yellows.
Let's see what today's going to prove out to be. The green flag is in the air here at the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. 129 laps. Going to be a long night. And let's see how this thing will shake out. Everybody getting her down to single file there pretty quickly, and understandably so. Coming into the always treacherous 3 and 4. Got to bring her down to speed at about 140 through the corner on these fresh tires. Looks like everybody is going to get through there clean, and Malin will lead the first lap, and everyone looking so far so good. My game just crashed.
Radio style. Haha.
Gotta love it. And also my hotkeys aren't working. What is going on here? There we go.
Well, you got three fast guys, at the back of the field right now. Cody Luke, Ricky J, and Joshua Moore's just going to bide their time here, save their stuff, take their time, as you said, single file right now throughout the entire field. Getting a little racy here at the front of the field. You've got Tyler Malin in the lead, Mac Daddy second, Terry Scott in third as Clements will put a move to his inside down the back straightaway. Terry Scott will yield and allow Clements the position. So move the 92 up to P3 here on lap number 3. Silver Bullet running there in 6. Going to get the wall a little bit off of turn 4. No harm, no foul.
One more thing to fix here, guys, and then we'll be good to go.
Don't forget GNL TV.
That's exactly what I was going to fix there. Yep. Yep, I know that whenever that happens, GNL TV is usually not too happy with me, so I'm going to give that a quick refresh, and then we should be good to go.
Clement's going to make a move to the inside now of Tyler, but not quite alongside him, and Tyler not yielding at all here into turn 1. Clement's now looking low through 1 and 2 as Tyler holds a bit of a higher line. Meanwhile, behind them, Silver Bullet will get by Pantelica for 5th. As Mac Daddy has taken the lead away from Tyler Malin about a lap or 2 ago, and he is starting to drive away. Mac Daddy going to be more of the short run guy here tonight. He's running about almost half a second faster than Tyler right now. And, that'll work for about 5 laps or so. And then the tire wear really kicks in fast here on the Cup cars.
We're back to the live shot here. Josh Clements looking to follow suit. Tyler will let him have that one. Good to see you, Furco, in the chat. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, he got a big enough run that time off of turn 2 that Tyler, it was just smarter to just let him go at that point. Tyler, he's just going to save his stuff here, and he'll be good for the long run. Silver Bullet's going to get by Terry Scott there for 4th.
And through the very fast turns 1 and 2. Not able to go flat out this time. Not with these Cup physics, but of course 3 and 4, yeah, I got to get on the brakes there, slow her down quite a bit, and lap times will be falling off in a hurry. I already see a couple tenths off the lap time for Mac Daddy out front. And yeah, as you said, Tyler, he's running his pace, and we see him falling back right now. He's going to actually lose 3rd to Silver Bullet, but I'm sure that's by design. It's Tyler we're talking about here. He knows what's up.
Meanwhile, Cody Luke, Ricky J, and Moyers still all at the rear, just saving their stuff, running about the same pace as the 18. They just don't have the track position on their side.
Yeah, they started at the back, opted not to run Q laps, and at least they're paying for it at the moment. But like you said, I'm sure that given this long run, if we do get a long enough run going, they'll start picking these guys off. I'm pretty certain of that. That's always the balancing act, as we kind of mentioned last night. It's balancing act of how much do you push to try to gain that track position versus how much do you conserve to make it up at the end. And I'm sure a lot of that just kind of boils down to driving style, driving mentality, and honestly, just kind of what these guys enjoy doing the most.
Yeah, and right now you just had Silver Bullet get by Tyler for 3rd, and he's driving right up to the bumper at Clements. So what'll typically happen here as this run goes on is you'll either see guys get tight, hit the wall, and then someone will be right behind them, have nowhere to go. That'll spin that guy out. That'll bring out a caution. Or you'll see guys get really loose off of turn 4, either spin out down low or overcorrect, and that'll also bring out a caution. I actually did back in the 2021 fall race, I was looking at an old JTN stream. I self-spun off of turn 4 twice in the same race, and both times I overcorrected it right before I hit the wall, did 2 little 360s, and kept it going.
That'd
But
have been something to behold.
it does bring out the caution. You know, that whole front straightaway from wall to wall is considered racing surface. So even if you spin out all the way down there away from the actual racing line, it will throw out the caution, and you will have to serve a penalty.
And yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And again, I appreciate you remembering this because you reminded me of this rule. But you caused 2 cautions. You have to do a drive-through penalty on the ensuing restart of the
Oh,
second
Mac
one.
Daddy. Mac Daddy just did the turn 4 thing. He
Woo!
got really loose, but caught it. If you know, fun fact too about that 2021 fall race is I restarted at the back, and that was back before they implemented the drive-through things new for this season.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to start at the back. The ensuing run went green, and I finished second.
That's when you know that you know a thing or two. Ooh, Mike, that he's getting
Yeah, I
loose.
just had to not spin off of turn 4. You know, that's all it took.
Mike Daddy's
And
having a hard time not doing that. I mean, he is a teammate to KJ, and yeah, I know that he's probably running a pretty loose setup there. And Wiley in chat, yep, I can tell. I can tell it's probably still stuck on the lap. That right into the wall, and Clements right onto the tail of this 028, or excuse me, 28, and 28 is going to let him by. So put Josh Clements into the race lead. As soon as I get a chance, I may try resetting that ticker one more time because yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's stuck on the. Yeah, it's still stuck on the lap once I fell out. So lovely, even though I refreshed it.
I wonder if you had to load in a little bit longer before resetting it.
Maybe.
Silver Bullet really slow
Whoa.
off of turn 4.
Yeah, that either wall glued it or almost had the same moment that
He
Mac Daddy had.
could have got really loose and had to just completely get out of it there. I wasn't looking at him.
So that will drop him back to P5.
Yeah, he wall glued it and then he went down to the apron to catch it.
And now P6 as Nelly gets by him. Pantelico still
Oh,
7th.
Mac
Monty
Daddy!
Keller. Oh.
Mac Daddy got really loose and put it in the wall.
Still keeping it straight. Boy, that thing is looking wicked, and it's only about halfway through this fuel run.
I'll tell you what, he smoked the right rear, and it's going to be even harder to control off of turn 4 this time.
Gonna take a quick glance up front here. There's Clements, followed by Tyler, Nelly, Terry Scott, and Silver Bullet.
Fine.
And
Ooh,
yeah,
Monty Keller close off of the corner with Pantelica.
wow. Yeah, now it's right for the 4.
Steve Grant is yielding. He's going to fall to the tail here. He's not got his car under good hand. Cody Luke, Ricky J, Joshua Moyers are all starting to move forward as they go by Magoo.
I think Magoo may have just had the same issue. And yep, just let those guys by as well as Magoo smacks the wall. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see those guys starting to move forward. Monty Keller getting a little loose there, but manages to hold on to it. Man, I keep trying to be like, all right, when can I find a moment to click off of the game and try to fix this ticker? But that's proven to be a little easier said than done here. I might just wait for pit stops. Ooh,
Yeah.
McDaddy still, even in turn 2, he just about had a moment.
Yeah, so just a little fun fact about my time at this track here in Cup. Both of my races here, 2021 fall and then the 2024 race last year, I finished second in both races. First one was to Ricky J, and the second one was to the 18, Tyler Mallon, as someone spun off a turn 2.
Ooh, I see what you mean.
I think it was Magoo.
Yeah, he's dropped behind Brian Voiles.
No yellow, though. It was at the... No one was coming when he spun, so stay green.
Yeah, skid marks that I'm showing are pretty straight. I don't see any further spins, so
Mac Daddy's fallen all the way to 7th. Nelly up to 3rd now.
yeah, now 8th. So the handling is gone on that number 28. You know, he's going to want to tighten that thing up as soon as he brings it down pit road. He's probably just trying to hold on as long as he can to try and at least be somewhat on strategy with everybody else. They're starting to close. Oh, yeah, that'll help him close. Josh Clements, I should say, also got loose there off of 4 and corrected, hit the wall, and as we were predicting, long run magic for that number 18, and to the point here, and will indeed do so in turn 3.
Moyers has made it by both Cody Luke and Ricky J, so now he's leading the charge out of those 3 that were at the back of the field. Mac Daddy's going to let them all go, and I don't know if it's really that the car's too loose for Mac Daddy. I think he just, he pushed too hard at the beginning of the run, and now it's biting him here at the end.
That we always talk about the right front typically, as it was a pass there, Ricky J on Cody Luke, but we often talk about the right front being the tire you want to manage. I feel like at this track,
You have to
it's the right
manage
rear.
both. You have to manage both, and you have to manage the right rear, especially because if you don't manage the right rear, it just gets really, really loose, and there's not much you can do about it. So you have to manage your pace to save both tires on the right.
I'm sure that's pretty much what's happening right now. As I'm going to take the quickest of moments to try to fix this with GNL. Do my very best here. I'm going to turn that off.
Well, while you
Refresh
talk
it.
to yourself about that, Moyers, Ricky J, and Cody Luke are getting by brain fade here, so that moves them up to 8th, 9th, and 10th. Moyers now looking to the inside of Pantelica off of turn 4 will give him 7th, as we have had the longest green flag run to start a race here based off of all of the data I've collected.
At 25 and still green. We've had a lot of moments, but
Ooh, Pantelica in the wall off of turn 2 as Ricky J goes to his inside.
Cody Luke
Cody
looking to
Luke.
follow suit. Not quite going to get there. Ooh, still on the wall.
Meanwhile, Tyler Mallon has made it by Joshua Clements for the lead here at some point, probably in the last few laps.
Yeah, we were able to catch him doing that. So.
Oh, another spinner. Oh, it's Mac Daddy this time, and he's going to pit road. I think he's got a flat or 2. We are green, still green. That's going to hurt Mac Daddy's race.
We'll get a very, very quick look at that here. Yeah, Mac Daddy from outside pole to not really having the handling on that thing and locked it down, and credit to him for not going.
You just can't drive it like you can in the trucks when you're in a cup car. It's just too much horsepower.
Yeah.
Ricky J to the inside of Silver Bullet. Moyers has made his way up to 6th, now eyeing 5th on Monte Keller. Ricky J, Cody Luke right behind him.
Closing in on these green flag pit stops here, and actually first to do so will be Josh Clements. So
And an early pit stop too here from Josh, pitting on lap 27, coming to 28, trying to gain a lot of time here on tire, maybe trying a different strategy. The way this race has gone, everyone's pretty spread out, not a bad idea to maybe risk something like this early. It is going to be a 3-stopper regardless. So,
right.
He overshot a tiny bit, still overshot. That's going to cost him probably 2 or 3 seconds that he would have liked to have gained. Pantelica is going to opt to pit as well.
Cody Luke by Monte Keller there. That is for 6th place at the moment. And Josh Moyers breathing down the neck of Terry Scott. But yeah, we got our first few takers, and I'm sure we've got more of them coming here in a moment.
Tyler's going to stretch this out all the way. He'll go the full 33, 34 laps, whichever it is.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Cody Luke starting to fade a little bit from Moyers and Ricky J. The setup just maybe a little too tight. than what Cody can get to keep up. Yeah, it looks like he's getting tight through 1 and 2, but he still gets by Monty Keller for 6th.
Ricky J past Terry Scotch. And then to turn 3, Brian Voiles bringing it in. So I think that might be him serving a penalty. I saw him coming off pit road a bit ago. At 31 right now for the race leader, Tyler Mallon.
Terry Scott in.
He's still got a few more laps in that tank. Let's see if the 66
Oh.
can try to get the undercut done.
Pantelica's serving a penalty. He's back down pit road.
Oh.
No, he might have to serve another one. I just saw him hit 46 again. He's still
Yeah,
hitting
he's still doing it.
46. Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if that's like truly accurate to what is showing on the driver's display.
It's accurate. It's accurate.
Well, hopefully he won't get bopped for that. Actually, he's stopping. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. It should be just a pass through.
Ooh, Cody Luke up in the wall.
Yeah, he got too tight that time in 1 and 2. He's going to lose all the time he gained. Monty Keller coming in the pit road this time by. So now really Moyers and Ricky J, they are still catching Nelly by about 0.4 of a second right now. So they should get to Nelly here right as they come to pit. But they're going to need a caution to catch the 18.
Speed difference between Mac Daddy and Brain Fade there. Ooh, man. That was pretty interesting. But, Monty Keller and Cody Luke were both in. Tyler's still out there. Just got passed by Terry Scott on new tires. Ticker is still not working. No. No, at this point it's just for show. See, Tyler still going. Yep, still at it. This will benefit him plenty in the long run. Nelly's still out there. Moyer's still out there. As is Ricky J. Ash Clement's on the charge, of course, on those new tires.
And he's still saving his stuff a wee bit. You know, he's not running as fast as he could be. Mac Daddy is definitely still just pushing it as hard as it can go, more or less.
He had to have tightened the heck out of that thing. There's no way that he was going to be able to continue to hold on to that thing after what we saw. Oh, Ricky! Almost at a moment. And another moment. And holds on to it. Ooh.
Well, that's not what Ricky J wanted to do. He's going to lose all the time he gained. Tyler Mallon is going to pit this time by. So now Moyers is in the wall as he lets Mac Daddy go by.
Whoa. Oh, he's going to loop in. Not quite. Still almost looping it. Well, Ricky J goes by as Tyler is in. And he's
going to go another lap, so will Moyers.
And Tyler's probably thinking, oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Nelly leaving his service, Silver Bullet in his pit stall right now.
So with this kind of a fuel window, let's see. Do your math thing.
Still a 3-stopper.
Still 3, yep, 35, 70. Oh yeah, yep.
So as Clements goes by pit road, Tyler is just finishing his service. That's how much time Josh gained from pitting early. Even Mac Daddy, who lost all that time and came in. Actually, I think Mac Daddy's an extra lap down.
Yeah,
Mac Daddy's an extra lap down. Yeah.
Ugly moments there.
He lost way more than I initially thought. So Mac Daddy's a lap down. But so let's see the gap here for Clements. So he was 19.2 behind Ricky J at the line there. Tyler's 28.9, so Clements has almost a 10-second lead right now over the 18.
And you know, I bet you that'll evaporate.
Right,
based on the tire difference.
right now Tyler's going to just be saving, running his line, so he might not gain at first, but then, yeah, as the run goes on, Tyler's going to just start getting tenths here, 2/10 there, then it'll be 3, 4, 5. It should eventually just turn into 5 or 6/10 a lap that Tyler will catch the 92.
Yeah, I have no doubt that that will be a big gain there as Ricky J and Josh Moyers, final guys to pit, and are now re-emerging. Man, where they're going to come out here by the end of this run is going to be interesting. Just because the sheer tire difference is going to be insane. And that's honestly kind of where the, if this thing continues to run green like this, that's where things are going to get interesting is, will the undercut end up being the long-term right call or just short-term? And Josh Clements, I wanted to say he may have put Ricky J and Josh a lap down as Josh,
Well,
oh no.
Moyers still has me on his whisper. I think his whisper keys are bugged out. He has a black flag. Yes, he will have to serve.
And coming down pit road. Oh yeah. Not the goose. Nope, the officials honked at him. Because they didn't like him honking, I guess. Come on, that was good. You can confirm Ricky J is a lap down, and he's actually racing Mac Daddy right now. Again, that's just the nature of the undercut there. Mac Daddy lets him by. Gap between the 92 and the 18, 9.8 seconds. 40 laps complete.
The Moyers will be 2 laps down now with how much time you lose on a green flag pit stop. One thing to Ricky J's advantage is if he can get by Clements, he'll unlap himself here, and he did overcut on the 92. But unfortunately, you know, for Ricky J and Moyers, before they made their mistakes, they were 10 seconds behind Tyler Mallon. Then both of them had moments, lost a bunch of time, then stayed out for an extra lap or two, and then pit. So they are deep in the hole. And Moyers now with the speeding penalty, his hole has been like sinkhole almost. Like they threw quicksand in it when he sped down pit road. So, you know, they're going to need some help. But this is turning out to be a very good cup race compared to cup races that they've had here in the past. So kudos to all the drivers here for putting on a great show so far.
Keeping it clean and green thus far. Again, we've had some moments, but none of them have resulted in the yellow coming out. And we'll just give kind of a quick little synopsis of where they're running right now, because again, Ticker is still not doing Ticker things. But Josh Clements in the race lead, but on much older tires compared to second place Tyler Mallon at the moment. Tyler is definitely closing, just not super quickly, but right now he is second. Third place is Terry Scott, as he comes off turn 2. Great run so far for that 66. And he's a little ways ahead of Nelly in fourth, and Monty Keller. That's the closest battle right now, as far as track position goes. Cody Luke running sixth then.
I've got a solution for you.
A solution? What you got?
It shouldn't break the stream. But if you wanted to, you could just click out of your game, close out GNL completely, and then just hit your space bar and bring up the static game ticker. So then you'll at least have something to show the standings accurately.
That is true. And yeah.
Because if you exit out of GNL, it should just disappear from OBS while the stream continues to run.
I think we'll just go ahead and do that. Let's do that. And once I get this up. Wow. Plus you got the lap count there too. It all worked out. We'll kind of keep this going at least for a little while. But that gap is closing down to 7 seconds.
Bar.
Yeah, I guess I can do that now, can't I? Yeah, there we go. Ricky J goes blowing by the 92. So that will unlap him.
Yeah, good enough. We can see where cars are in the running order. Can't see some of the margins because of the other overlay, but it's good enough.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
I mean, I could get rid of that too if we really needed to.
Nah, I think it's fine.
And we'll stick to this for now, but I mean, that gap is closing as was it to be expected.
Yeah,
Just with
so
the tire difference.
as a reminder, Clements pit on lap 27, so he has already been out here for another 2/3 of a run. And yeah, Tyler's gaining 0.8 of a second a lap right now. So he'll be there within the next 5 laps. And then Clements will have to make a choice. Does he want to cut this run to a 27 lap run again and undercut even further? Which at this point, if he pit on lap 54 and the race stays green, then Tyler would end up pitting around lap 72, which would be halfway through Josh's run. And by that point, Josh could go long, pit around, it would end up being lap 90, but he'd be a little close. So he probably wants to go a little longer on this run, but still short pit.
Yeah. So if he pitted lap 27, I guess he could at least go to lap 60, which could
Yeah, so
probably
it's
help things out.
It's 102 laps left at the time he pit. So he has to at least probably do one full fuel run of 35, 36 laps. So when you take that away from the 102, that turns it into 67 laps. And at that point, you can get a little more creative.
Who's going to get by him there? Get one of his laps back. That puts Magoo to 1 down.
Oh, and he's actually going to pit early. Interesting. This is going to
Did
be
he
tricky.
just call it, really?
He's going to try maybe a 4-stopper here.
Wow.
Oh, and Josh got aggressive with pit road. He opted to stay on the track into turn 3 and then pit off the banking, which is a little scary because you could get run over.
A little scary, and then all those transitions you have to deal with. Yeah, that can get pretty sketchy. So lap 54 of 129, and he is back in again. I don't know. That's
This is a strategy where you're hoping that the whole race goes green, or that the caution, if it does come out, it's going to come out right after everyone else pits in about 18 laps. You know, if everyone else pits in about 18 laps and the caution comes out 2 laps
speaking
later,
of which,
there's going to be like nobody on the lead lap. Speaking of what?
I thought the caution may have been out there because there was definitely a moment in turn 4, and I believe that it was the 28 yet again. Let me have a quick look here. Because that looked like, just based on the amount of smoke, that was quite the moment. And oh boy, yeah, it was. Mac Daddy into the wall. And loops it and does a full spin. No yellow for that.
Oh, there must not have been anybody coming.
Wow. That's
Oh, he was also still
nuts.
technically, he was in the corner. So I think in the corner, it's defined as apron. So it did not throw a caution for that.
Huh.
If he had been completely on the straightaway, it might have thrown one. But he was still in the corner under a dotted white line when he spun around. So I think that's what kept it green. And yeah, Mac Daddy's done for tonight. He is just too loose, not having a good time.
Tyler back in the race lead there.
Clement's going to come up on Nelly. Nelly going to pull low to let him go. That is not for position. So right now, Clement's going into 3. Tyler in the middle of 1 and 2. But yeah, so the hope here for Clements is that it goes green long enough to where Tyler will eventually pit, and Josh is going to hope that he can stick everybody a lap down so that if a caution does come out, it's going to put him in an advantageous position.
And plus, I'll be interested to see how much he's able to gain on this run before anybody pits, because if it does end up
Magoo in the
going
wall.
green the whole way, then yeah, how much will he gain? Because that would basically, yeah, mean that he's gonna have to stop this thing.
And Clements, his experience here at Darlington, here in the Cup Series, he's run 2 races. He's got 1 second place finish and 1 third place finish. So it's not like he doesn't have speed. He's just doing this to try something different. Which, this was something they used to do back in the day when they had long races. They didn't have stages in NASCAR. At a track like Darlington or North Carolina, you would have guys that they would pit an extra time because of the tire strategy advantage. And they would hope that the race stayed green, and they would gain all that time by, pitting 10 laps sooner than somebody. But then those other guys, they would save all the gas they could to try to make it on one less pit stop.
Mm-hmm. Just a matter of, and any given week, it can go one way or the other. It's just a matter of, hey, if you end up on the right side of that stick or not. I think what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do one more thing here. Oh, see if this works. That looks pretty bad. All right, I guess we'll stick with that. Was worth a try. Still playing around with stuff here. Everybody's oh goodness. Something just happened there with Monty Keller and Terry Scott in 3 and 4. Another quick replay coming up here.
No, it was just Terry in the wall. Terry just wall glued it.
Oh,
Monty
okay,
Keller,
and so did Monty.
there was nothing really. Yeah, Monty wall glued it a little less. Oh, Tyler's about bulldozing the wall trying to go to the outside of Terry Scott here off of turn 2.
Woo, he's in some traffic.
Now Monty in the wall again. Oh, Monty about
Oh,
looped it. Terry Scott going to pit road here. We're entering our second cycle here. Cody Luke now in the wall. Everyone's in the wall. Good Lord.
Oy, Darlington stripe, more like Darlington pancake on that
This
side of the
track,
car.
this track is tiring, Andrew, and they've been out there green for 60 plus laps. They got
That's
a good
brutal.
chance. They got a good chance to break what I have on record as the longest green flag run. Being not longest green flag run to start a race, but longest green flag run from a restart was in the 2023 fall race. They ran 78 laps green, so they're closing in on that.
Cody Luke just had a moment as he was about to pit. Take a look at this.
Take a look at what he did.
Take a look at what he did. Drifts it. Oof. Steve Grant had to have had a moment there where he just went, am I dead? Nope. All good. Still green. This for no cautions. This has been quite. There's been a lot of spicy moments.
Clements back up the 4th now, 1 lap down. He's in the free pass position. If there were to be a yellow, a lot of people making their next pit stops here. Moyers is right behind Tyler, still 2 laps down.
That's a bummer. So you know that 67 is fast.
Man, Ricky J pit like 2 or so laps after Tyler, and Tyler is running better pace than him.
That's why he has won every start so far.
He's just a master at saving both tires on the right side of the race car. Like, someone needs to wreck him. I'm just kidding.
Don't do that, anybody. We know some of you guys are listening to this. Don't do that.
Rack Sodgers is going to get in the 5 car and go out there and take him out.
Rack's up, bruh. You know, this is completely unrelated, but I guess now's a good time to bring it up. But as an April Fool's joke once, I think I joined a fast server under the name George Washing Machine.
I feel like I heard about that.
This was a few years
Probably
ago.
from you already, but I feel like I heard about that.
And I would join and then disconnect and reconnect just to be like, all right, let's see if I can try to get his attention. It took a while, and then he just finally piped up and went, who the hell is joining this George Washing Machine? And I came clean at that point. That was really funny, but I still have that player saved.
That's crazy, Andrew. You're crazy.
Hey, if Josh can come in as Goose,
Speaking of Josh, he was in the wall behind Tyler.
yeah, I saw that there, but maybe that's what I'll do. If you do end up streaming the Texas race, I'll join as George Washing Machine. Actually, no, I won't do that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm streaming it. We just haven't talked about certain details.
Yeah.
Clements, though, is about to unlap himself here before Tyler has pit. And so what that'll do is you typically, you saw Clements when he pit last time, he lost a lap and a half about to Tyler, who had just caught him before the pit stop. So
Ooh,
now
getting wiggly.
what's gonna happen here is once Tyler pits, as he's going down right now, Tyler is gonna go a lap and a half down here to the 92.
Wow.
As Nelly is in, Ricky J is still out there, so Ricky J will go around the track here, take the race lead.
Ooh, Steve Grant kind of did the exact same thing that Cody Luke just did.
But Clements is closing in. Now, Clements, though, I think has to actually stretch these next two runs. I do not think, unless he is planning to make the extra pit stop, it might work out for him. But now he's in the wall. Don't do that.
No.
Trying to let Silver Bullet go. It's just there's not enough room to let someone go going into the corner. You need to just do it on the straightaway.
Yeah, and just flip it a few times, and yeah, you'll lose way less time doing that than almost getting a wall glued. Credit to him for getting off of there, but not spinning. That is very, very easy to do. There's Nelly coming off. Tyler is now emerging. And coming into turn 2 there on exit.
Yeah, Tyler's down a whole, well, not a whole lap actually. I thought he would have been lapped by Clements, but he's not.
Yeah, Clements coming into 2 now.
Yeah, so Tyler managed to stay on the lap. Magoo is sideways into turn 3, but he saved it.
And how many saves are we going to get here?
That would have turned everything on its head. Ricky J gonna pit here now off of turn 4.
Bringing it in.
Moyers will stay out another lap here, maybe hoping for a quick yellow. He's in the free pass position.
Clements well and truly in the lead here.
And it's not going to be as big of a lead as I thought. I thought he would have gained a lap and a half because that's how much Tyler gained, but it's actually only going to be 15-second gap.
Yeah, that ain't much. So I think Josh might be a little bit discouraged by that because yeah, he's still looking to get a decent finishing position if this continues like this, but man,
If
yeah,
he were to
he ain't gonna be winning this thing.
if he were to pit again here after another 27 laps, he'll be pitting here in actually 6 laps. And then that would put
Dang.
him pitting at 81 and then again at 109, which 109 is going to be when Tyler makes his final stop. So the goal, if you're the 92 here, is, if you pit at 81, you need to catch the 18 before he makes his third and final stop.
Yes.
That is the goal.
That's really all you can hope for. Now, this might be me just throwing it out there, but if you're Josh now and you do commit to this 4 stopper, Do you two-tire that final stop?
Absolutely not.
No.
You can't. You can't two-tire that stop. You have to take 4. It's still a 20-lap run.
That's fair. So let Steve Grant go by here. Steve Grant, we haven't talked about him too much, but he's been doing pretty decent.
Tyler's gaining a second a lap right now, so he's going to get this gap down to about 5 seconds by the time Clements decides to pit on 81, if that is indeed what he is going to do.
There's Josh Moyer's pits here now. In the 67. There are 2 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, so let's see here. When Clements pits, that'll put Nelly, Terry Scott back on the lead lap. Monty Keller will be just a lap down in front of Ricky J. Brain Fade is 2 down.
Here comes Josh.
Oh, even earlier now. It's lap 78.
Now you know he's committed to that strategy. That's all you can do at this point.
He's been pitting earlier and earlier every run.
Yeah, I guess that kind of tells you everything you need to know, that he just went, nope, this is the only way I'm going to be able to do anything. Might as well give it a shot. And yeah, kind of as you said, just see if that strategy is going to gain him enough time.
Be careful. He hit 46 a little there. Be careful. But yeah, so
getting down to his pit box there a lot better after that first time.
Before he pits again for what'll be the last time, because we're gonna hit 50 to go here. Before he pits again for what'll be the last time, he has to go around the track more than once, because now he's a lap down.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler went by, put him a lap down. He needs to catch Tyler, unlap himself, and then try to see if he can't catch him again before pitting for what'll be his 4th time.
It's going to ultimately be what will give him a chance. As let's see, Clements. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, so yep. At least he didn't risk going 2 down. I was briefly worried about that, but then I realized, wow, I was dead wrong on that one. So, yeah, lap and a half down. Can he close that gap and try and make something out of it?
This is like an old style broadcast. Andrew don't even got a standings thing showing at all. Like, this is like how they did it back in the 80s. They just kind of told you where people were running.
That's kind of all we can do right now, because I'm not going to lie, and I'll be 100% honest. My OCD, I guess, of some sort was going off when I saw that standings thing there.
It was covering the margin, and which wasn't really too big of a deal, but I get it.
Yeah, something was going off in my head that was just going, no, this is not acceptable. Josh Clements just got by Cody Luke there. Technically for position.
Yeah, that is for position. Cody's going to let Magoo go
there, yeah. Man.
What a run. So we've gone the whole race green, and so we've broken that 78 lap run I mentioned that was off a race restart in 2023. That race, in the fall 2023 race, they had 5 cautions. The last one came on lap 47, and then they went to the end of the race green from there. This 84. This race, they flipped it. I don't know what the spring race here looked like. I don't know if there were cautions early or late or not. I have no idea, but this is truly incredible what we are witnessing tonight.
And credit to these guys for, again, as many moments as we've seen, they've been able to keep it to a point that they've kept these things pretty much straight, and it has not resulted in any yellow flags. And for a track like this, and for Cup Physics, that tells you something about the quality of driver that we are looking at here. Tyler is leading this thing. Ricky J, though, is looking to unlap himself, and Nelly is just up the road. Tyler is looking to lap everybody.
Well, I'm a little concerned now. I'm watching Joshua Clements' lap time, and he's pushing this car as hard as it can go. And that'll be fine for about 10 laps. But then after those 10 laps, it is just going to fall off a cliff bigger than it would have if he had saved even just a tiny bit. So he is, I don't know if he feels pressured into trying to make this strategy work now, but this is a little aggressive here with still, 45 laps to go.
Yeah, he's giving that thing all it's worth. He ran the second fastest lap of the race a little bit
And
earlier.
he's only a second faster than Tyler Mallon right now.
Fastest lap actually goes to Silver Bullet. Managed to run a 28.8 at some point. Ricky J is running third and is looking to unlap himself here. He's definitely closing, and yeah, he's been on the longest runs here. So I don't know. Yeah, you got to go off strategy at this point to beat that 18. Because again, for goodness sake, he's a corner away from lapping everybody. That's just the nature of just how dang good he is. And Zach, I will go ahead and if you're up for this, you're up for maybe a little bit of a Bulldogs garage here.
It's funny you said that because I was just in the garage looking at my setup.
And I know that this is a track that tuning it can be very, very interesting. So, Zach, I would be very interested to hear kind of what you've got for a track with two very opposing corners.
Well, we'll just kind of dive into the weight bias. It's brief enough. So you want to run weight towards the front here because you will burn the right rear off without trying just from how much you're on the gas. But you don't want to have too much weight on the right front because then it becomes hard to save the right front. You just push, 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 push on the right front the whole run. So, here on this team, we got the front bias at 1845 pounds. That's a 51.2% on the front bias. Weight all the way to the left on the left bias, and then just 10 pounds of wedge taken out of the car. That puts 1,000 pounds on the left front, 950 on the left rear, 845 on the right front, and 805 on the right rear. So that is what we are looking at on the weight bias. Due to the slower turns 3 and 4, you can get away with a 60 tape here. So that helps you with a little bit of downforce. And we are running, briefly, I'll mention on the suspension, a bit of an aggressive right front camber here. I got the camber at negative 2.5. But, looking at that, I'll probably going to change that. If I were to run here again, I'd probably put that to either like negative 2.0, maybe even more cautious, negative 1.5.
That's how you got to get around a crazy track like this. We are on lap 92 of 129 for the driver of that number 18. As I see Silver Bullet peeling off the pit road there. Just trying to keep track of who's where here. And yeah, Nelly running second, doing a phenomenal job. Ricky J is third.
By the way,
But
we never
man,
mentioned it, but about 60 laps ago, Brian Boyles fell out, lost the internet, and never came back.
yeah, I saw he had fallen out, but I think that was also at the same time that I was having some problems. So, good lordy's sake, there's a name in the chat that I haven't seen in a hot
Man,
year.
if
Wow.
if I had a quarter for every time you've said that, I'd have 2 quarters.
Who was the first one?
I don't remember. Nikki?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, this one goes even further. Bruh, I was literally just looking at your server earlier going, huh, wonder what he's doing. Dang, son. NR2003 in the dang chat. And that icon's never changed. It's been 9 years. Dang, son. Sorry.
Brain Fade gonna pull over here for Clements. Clements about to catch Ricky J. Pace has fallen off though here for Clements. He's still managing some 30.0s here about oh geez, where is he on his run now?
About half a
Almost
second.
17 laps into his run now.
He's about half a second quicker that last time. Yeah, I
don't think this is gonna end up panning out the way we might have thought it was going to. I think Clements needs to just run this until lap 109. to try and equalize himself to 18 a little bit, but right now his lap times are just even and out so quickly now because he pushed the absolute heck out of it too early, you know. It was an interesting strategy call, to say the least, but I feel like, you know, if you were going to do it, I think you still needed
Ooh.
to pace yourself and save your tires on every run. I don't think pushing it here on this run at the beginning was the way
Whoa!
to go. As Monty Keller to the inside wall.
Ooh, that was big there. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Still managed to hold on to it. Now, I
Ricky
mean,
J's
there.
in the wall. Ricky
Ooh,
J's in the
yeah.
wall.
Big time in the wall. Keeps it straight. I mean, if there is one thing that Josh is at least going to be able to achieve with this strategy, at this rate, it looks like it may be a podium finish. Maybe.
I think Josh
He
can
got up to
still
second.
absolutely get a podium here with this strategy. I just don't. You know, it's funny, if you took Tyler Mallon out of this race, this extra pit stop strategy call works perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
But with Tyler in the race, it's just a completely different animal.
Yeah, he's just gone. I mean, even though
I
Josh
mean,
is still lapping quicker.
Clements has been out there for 20 laps now. Tyler's been out there for another 6 laps or so. And the difference in time is only 3/10 because Josh pushed his tires so far when he came out of pit road.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the
I
lap time difference here. It's a 30.946 to Tyler and only a 7:32 for Josh. I mean, the lap gap, if Josh had saved, he would still be probably running low 30.0s right now. Maybe
yeah.
30.1s to 2s.
But then I guess you could also make the argument at the same time that, I mean, at that rate, then the gap would probably be the same right now. So
I
yeah,
think
I don't know.
he might be
That's
a little
tough.
further. He might have been a little further behind Tyler at this current position, but he'd be closing quicker than he is now.
Yeah, I'm with you. So lap 100 or 101 now.
What a
We're at
run! I mean, goodness
29 to
gracious,
go.
you can't say it enough. This is incredible. All the near saves and stuff we've seen. I mean, Mac Daddy literally did spin out in turn 4 at one point, but like, you know, luckily for everyone, he was completely on the apron. Clement's now in the wall.
Ooh, Steve Grant does a little slide in there, getting it on the pit road there.
Yeah, it's going to cost Clements about 8/10 that time. He lost almost half a second to Tyler.
Yeah, I at this point, he's lapped everybody. Unless a caution comes out in the next 10 laps, there's no way. Or the 18 blows up. That's really all you've got at this point. He's just
Oh,
that good.
Magoo all over the place in 3 and 4. I thought I heard tires screeching. Did he loop it? Nope, he got close though.
Been a lot of moments in this thing. Ricky J running fourth right now. Actually, I think he may have just gotten passed by Brain Fade. Or are those two on different?
Oh,
Oh no!
Nelly's
Someone's around
sideways. Caution,
Nelly.
caution, caution, caution.
No way.
Lights are on.
I had to say it, didn't I? And guess who's lucky dog?
Joshua Clements is lucky dog.
There's only one issue. He's gonna have to pass everybody.
Yep,
Oh
that is
boy.
true. I don't think anybody here is going to take the wave around at this time. They're
Mm-mm.
going to probably want to pit here and then pray for a quick yellow because remember, once you get to 10 to go, you are stuck.
Mm-hmm. But
See what
Zach, that
happened
was
to
that
old
was
Nelly.
103 laps of green. Can you believe that?
Well, actually, it was
Or 102.
more like 102, but
Still, that is absurdly impressive. And even after spinning, Nelly still third on the racetrack. Oh
yeah,
my
so
goodness.
Nelly, interestingly enough here, you know, Nelly gets in the outside wall and then Magoo, you know, like I said, typically when you get in the wall, or you get loose, usually, you know, the yellow comes out because somebody had nowhere to go. But
Wow. I
Nelly,
can't
you
believe it
know,
threw it for that.
I mean, he was dead sideways enough in the corner that the yellow flag came out. Like, he's not 90 degrees around, but he's sideways enough. Like, there's a moment where he's like 89 degrees sideways and he is blocking the track. So the game was like, yep, that's a yellow. And, you know, I think that's a fair throw by the game there.
Yeah, that's like right on kind of that cutoff of where it would throw it or not. So yeah, that's
This is probably the funniest thing, though. If you look at pit road, the only one on it is the 18.
never in a million years would you ever see something like that. Oh man, I think this is maybe the first time I've ever called a race where someone lapped the entire field on merit.
Tyler got close at North Carolina, I believe, earlier in the year. He lapped everybody but the 17 of Dane Stinson. And he was catching him like right on the white.
Holy moly. I know the 92 is going to pit here. I'm sure everybody else is.
Some of these guys might take a wave around. Some of them did just pit. I'm actually surprised. Pantelica had just pit, but he's going to pit again. He is 7 laps down, so I guess he's probably just thinking there's no point in taking a wave.
Yeah,
Tell you
and
who is
he's
taking a wave is the 8 of Cody Luke, who was 3 laps down at the time of yellow. The 67 of Joshua Moyers, 2 laps down at the time of yellow. So those guys looking to get back to 1 and 2 laps down, and then they'll hope for another quick yellow.
it's like why not at this point, you know?
A good call for Moyers here. You know, this will give him a chance if he gets a quick yellow to at least race for a third place position.
Holy moly moly. Does Josh have anything, and does he have enough time to try to do anything with that 18? That's really all you can. It's really all you can ask for at this point. But Tyler's still looking pretty stout because with the lucky dog comes you starting at the tail of the line, lap cars included. But again, what a showing from these guys going green that long. And even the incident that did bring out the caution, you could say was borderline on causing a caution. So that's just a testament to the guys here at Bomb Squad, and it's been a it's been a great race in that regard. Even though this 18 has been in victory lane an awful lot of times, and everybody's probably like, ugh, again. But he's just that good. He is Max Verstappen, at least in 2023.
I take insult to that because he's not that good on road courses.
Okay, yeah, there is that. He's Michael Schumacher. There you go.
You just compare him to a NASCAR driver.
1998 Jeff Gordon.
There you go. Well, actually, he'll be insulted by that because he doesn't like Jeff Gordon.
Hey,
He's
what else you got in
I
the
don't know
modern
who
era?
Jimmy drove off the right rear, so it's not really comparable. Tyler would probably know who drove their car off the right front enough that he could be comparable to them. Maybe Kevin Harvick, because Harvick used to save the heck out of his stuff at Atlanta before they repaved it.
I
And
honestly couldn't even tell you like who drives what as
I
far as
I
that
would
style.
say I would say Kevin Harvick. I think Kevin was always a lot more of a long run guy. You know, they always called him the closer. So off the top of my head, if I were to compare Tyler to somebody, it would be Kevin Harvick.
Huh, that's weird that you're saying it was rough to be there. Darlington seems like it would be a good track to spectate at, but I mean, I'm a bit spoiled by Dover and Bristol, so you know. Well, gonna be 12 to go, or 22. Wow, I can't math.
So Clements, you know, with Pantelica getting an EOLL and then several Raver rounds, Clements will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in line here on the restart. So close. He might be able to get Tyler on a bit of a short run here. Remember, he did pass Tyler on that very first run.
Yeah, he did. But was that Tyler just saving? And how much
Well,
is Tyler going to be
Tyler,
saving here, if at all?
I think Tyler will still definitely be saving here. He's not going to push until it's necessary. You cannot be trapped into thinking it's time to go. It's typically earlier than you think.
Oh, yeah. 22 to go, and back at it.
I remember in the 2024 race, I undercut Tyler by I think 5 laps. Thought I needed to go right then and there. Burned my stuff up. He caught me with 7 to go.
Ugh.
Should have just ended up saving my stuff a little longer. Might have had a better chance if I had done that.
You were at Bristol last year. Wait, spring or fall?
You could compare him to Bobby Labonte, Wiley, but the truth is Bobby didn't win as much as Tyler
I was
does.
going to say no. Bobby was good. He ain't Tyler Mallon good. I'm just keeping an eye on the 92 here. He's trying to slice through as much as he can. Right now, trying to get by the 49. Door
Oh,
slamming.
contact.
Woo! Getting a push from the 93. You were there in the fall. Are you kidding? You were there when I was there? Oh my god.
Focus, Angelo.
I know. Dang it. I
I'm
wish I
kidding.
knew.
I don't care if you talk to chat 20 to go. It's your channel.
I haven't talked to that guy in a while anyway. Well, let's see. I think Tyler's, yeah, I think you're right. He's still saving a little bit. Josh,
He's got
debatable.
traffic to work through.
He does, yeah, he's still working through some cars.
And I think some of these guys, like Silver Bullet, looks like he actually might be trying to get a lap back the hard way because he is 3 down. He could be looking to get back to 2 down here if he can get by Nelly and Tyler. But you also got Clements right there. They are
Nelly just
bumper
closed.
to bumper to bumper. But Silver Bullet's going to let Josh go by.
Now what's Nelly gonna do? He's gonna try to make the move on Nelly. It's not gonna work.
Oh, something happened to Moyers. Oh, Moyers waved around. That's right. Moyers is way off right now. He's running 32-second lap times, praying for a caution.
No. Yeah. He's hoping for something here shortly. You just gotta let me know what races you're going to. That's the main thing. Can't go this year because Maple Grove is that weekend.
Fair enough, Wiley.
Ooh, there he goes. All right.
So now battle
Can he
on for
do
the
it?
lead. Silver Bullet looking to get by Nelly too. And if Silver Bullet gets by Nelly, then that'll open up the battle for third between Nelly and Ricky J.
So where does the balancing act fall for these two? Oh, goodness.
Well, Tyler, I think, is definitely pushing it a little bit now as well. I think you were correct. He is pushing it probably more than he would like to. He does not want to let Josh get in front of him.
Yeah, Tyler, I mean, his fastest lap of the race is third from last.
And 13th out of all drivers that started tonight.
and that lap only just happened like in this run. Oh, Josh into the wall. That's not good. Nelly looks like he's starting to struggle a little bit, getting really hounded by the 4.
Yeah, well, I think Silver Bullet was hoping to get a lap back, but instead now that might be harder to get. Gonna pound the wall again.
You get into the wall. Ooh, getting in the way of Ricky J, but is going to end up yielding that spot. So battle will now be on for third place.
And Silver Bullet going to try to get a top 10 here. He's got to be mindful of Terry Scott, who is the only other car 3 laps down right now.
So that is for track position there. Brainfade's running 6th.
They're catching Moyers, by the way. Moyers is going to go back to 2 laps down here.
Oof. Clements he's on the tail.
Moyers is going to pit. I think he needs to pit. Yeah, he's probably run his stuff up. So that's a tough break for Josh M in the 67.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had a fast car, but took some mistakes and a speeding penalty, and when you're going green that long, you just ain't going to be able to recover.
Clement's still all over Tyler, but it's just, it's so hard to get enough of a run to get by Tyler. I remember, too, again, 2024 race, there was about a 10 lap run where I was just as close to Tyler's bumper as I could be around this whole track, and you just end up not being able to get enough of a run to make a move.
It seems like Josh may have a slight edge in 1 and 2, and then Tyler gets it back in 3 and 4. So right now the gap appears to be stabilizing. Coming to 11 laps to go this time by. And, yeah, I mean, even the fact that he is up there already is pretty impressive. So he's got a lot to be proud of there, and he's got a chance at it, but yeah, it's going to take something big. Yep, there he is closing again, but it's going to be, it's going to take something big. I mean, Tyler had a whale of a time trying to pass Smack Daddy last night. Didn't work out.
This is different, though.
Yeah.
A lot easier to make a mistake here.
That is very true. And there's Tyler Diamond in the corner. Josh sticking low. Nelly still with a decent gap over Ricky J. Rainfade scored 5th now, actually. And 6th place, Steve Grant. How about that? But man, that 18 is just... Dang, he's good. 9 to go. And was able to pull away by a 10th that time.
Moyers might have a slim chance at a top 10 if he can get up to Terry and Silver Bullet. It's going to be close.
Go into the wall and sideways, but saves it.
But yeah, so under 10 to go now, Andrew. It's going to be 2 cars that finish on the lead lap today.
Unbelievable. And it would have been only 1 if we had gone green. Can't see that.
I don't know. I feel like Josh Clements would have got his lap back and then maybe would have at least been able to stay at the tail of the lead lap. But I don't think he was going to catch the 18. But
yeah, I think 3rd would have been the best he could have hoped for, so he's at least got that. Appreciate you, both Matron and Wiley.
Yeah, I think the dirty air might have hurt him a little bit. And of course, he was pushing to get to the 18 through the traffic. This is advantage Tyler Mallon right now.
Lap 123, 129. We are coming now to 5 laps to go. Tyler Mallon just keeping it clean. If there is one car that has been just mistake-free all night, at least from what we've been able to see, it is indeed that Bobby Labonte's game. Just inching away.
Tyler also looking for what would be his 3rd straight win. The consecutive win record in Cup is 5 wins in a row. That was set by Tom Childers a long time ago.
Tom Childers? I don't think I even know that name.
Yeah, that was someone who raced a very long time ago.
Wow. Nelly in 3rd. And pulling away from Ricky J. So it's looking like it's going to be a great finish for that 103. Of course, Ricky J doing a phenomenal job there. And Brain Fade going to get a top 5 here if things continue like this. That is awesome run there for that 49.
Yeah, that record was set in 2010, Andrew.
2010. It's 7 years before my time even on this thing. So, yeah, again, got to give credit to you, Zach, and Tyler Mallon also for putting together all those stats. It has been a lot of fun getting to hear those, and even though I've said that we're not going to be doing quite as many races coming up here in the next few weeks, we still got a few more Bomb Squad races that will be covered. We'll definitely be doing Charlotte a little later in the season. Phoenix, most likely, the penultimate race of the season before JTN covers the finale. And again, barring that things and negotiations, I guess you could say, go well, Zach will probably be streaming the Texas race, which I will also be partaking in.
So
Few
coming
to
to two
go here.
laps to go. Tyler Mallon 2 laps away from what would be his 5th straight win here at Darlington in the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. Would also be his 40th career win in the series, making him just the 3rd driver to hit 40 wins. And he's also
Unreal.
looking to get what would be his 75th podium.
Whoa. Insane. Tyler Mallon, as he takes the white flag, we were just checking in there, and Josh Moyers has gotten up to 9th, so he'll at least be able to salvage what he can. But that 18, you knew it was going to be him, and he was going to be the man to beat.
Oh, by the way, I was mistaken. So Tyler's going to get to 70 consecutive races finished in what is his 91st start. So
To
I
the
was
checkered
mistaken
flag.
earlier.
Yep, no worries, man. To the checkered. Was there ever any doubt? Tyler Mallon wins it.
And he let Cody go back onto 2 laps down.
Oh, that's funny. 5th straight at Darlington, and he has only made 5 starts at this track. And he's won them all.
Yep, 2023 sweep, 2024 solo event, and now the 2025 sweep.
In the words of AG, he is him. And the Melon Boy,
Think your
as we used to call
bros.
him.
Think your bro is simping a little bit there in chat.
Nah, he's always been that way. I know he's got a thing for me. Burn it down. That's an earned burnout right there. Came up 1 spot short, 1/10 of a second short last night. But aside from, of course, different pit strategies, can you say domination? That is what Tyler Mallon just achieved. Only 2 cars on the lead lap. And what it took there just to make him sweat just that little bit. Still
Yeah, he
just
ends
unflappable.
up leading 89 of 129 laps tonight. Of course, all the different pit strategies and stuff. You know, he dominated absolutely, but definitely felt like maybe he had led more than he really did.
Yeah.
27 laps led for Clements on the alternate strategy, 3 laps led for Ricky J, and 10 laps led for Mac Daddy. As Nelly did get 3rd there over Ricky J.
Yeah, Nelly was actually looking pretty sporty there and was really pulling away. So very nicely done there for Nelly. We'll definitely get words with the top 3 there. I'm going to be very interested to talk to Josh about that alternate strategy that he was trying for. But real quick, though, looking at the results here, of course, yep, just got the top 3 there. We got Ricky J in 4th and Brain Fade, an excellent 5th place finish. 6th place for Steve Grant. I know the Speedland guys are going to be loving that. Monty Keller, Cody Luke, Josh Moyers, and Silver Bullet are going to be your top 10 for the evening. Terry Scott will come up just short of that top 10. Magoo and Pantelica will finish the race as well. Mac Daddy out of the race. And then Brian Voiles decided to hit up the disco bar, and lost connection, did not return. Left everything but the pace car. Yep. That is Tyler Mallon for you. He is just that good.
Just 1 yellow tonight.
One
Great
single
race.
yellow flag, and that was after 100 laps of green flag. When do you ever see that, Darlington? Well, you know that if I was out there, it would have been at least lap 10. Zach, of course, I'm glad I was able to have you alongside for this one. We'll wait for them to jump into the waiting room here in a moment. If they don't jump in there in a moment, then I'm going to get them myself. Because I have that power. I run rampant with power when when I have the ability to move people. Stream's only been going for an hour and 25. That's for a race of this length, that's pretty good. So like green flag racing. Again, to those that tuned in, appreciate you all. Next week again gonna be a little quieter. We were hyping up Martinsville for Hobo. I think that will probably not be taking place. After talking it over with them guys, we'll probably be looking to go some other races with that. But next week, though, we do at least have one stream on tap that will be CCR's season finale from Chicagoland. That will be Thursday. Keep an eye out for when that stream is scheduled, and everything will be all set for that one. Thank you, Magoo, as always, and Antron, freaking awesome to see you. Stick around here for a little bit, though. We got some words to give with some of these guys. We're going to get with third place finisher first, Nelly.
User was moved to your channel.
And there is our third place finisher of the night. Nelly, I got to ask, first of all, not too many times you finished third a lap down.
I know it.
But,
I was hoping it would have been Green. What Green might have finished second a lap down.
Yeah, fancy that. We know that Josh was on alternate strategy, so things could have gotten a little interesting there. But no, hey, still going to be a podium finish for you.
I was thinking they had to all pit again.
Yeah, we were able to kind of push there a little more at the end. But all in all, though, at least on that last run, yeah, you were getting away from Ricky J there. And we were thinking that was going to be a pretty close battle there for third. But yeah, you had his number on that one, and we were able to get away pretty good. That car seemed pretty
That
well hooked up
surprised
there for
me.
that final run.
Yes, it was. Really nice. I shouldn't say this, but Zach, I used your setup.
Oh, I'm honored.
I made a few adjustments, but it was yours.
Yeah, we were talking towards the end of the race for that long green flag run. We went in, did the whole Bulldogs garage feeling. I was like, yeah, this right front camber is kind of aggressive. I'd probably change that.
No, I left that. I just put a stiffer spring in the rear, rear.
Okay, interesting.
But it was a little bit tight. Loosened it up a little more.
Hey, if it works, it works. And
Yeah.
of course, all in all, though, I mean, the only caution of the night was when you kind of half spun. I was actually quite surprised that the game threw it. You were like close to getting fully around, but not quite. But you were in front of traffic. I don't know. That was one that seemed like it was right on the borderline of what the game would consider caution worthy. But all in all, it certainly didn't hurt you that much.
No, I was gonna pit the next lap anyway, or the next corner.
Gotcha. So
My tires were gone. That's why I slid up into the wall.
the way she went. But
Yep.
hey, no harm, no foul. At the end of the day, whether it was second or third, I mean, that was still going to be a great result for you. Again, you had a great car there at the end to fend off Ricky J. And
Yeah, I beat Ricky J.
you beat a lot of guys, a lot of big guys there. Moyers, McDaddy. Yeah, really, all there was. I mean, good lord, who was going to be Tyler? That was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But still, a great run for you, man. Before we let you go,
Thank you.
though, I mean, yeah, you know how these work. Closing thoughts.
Yeah. Thanks for Brian and Kathy doing a lot of this. Magoo for starting it all. Thank you guys for what you do up here. Thanks for all the other drivers. Everybody out there watching. Thanks for my spotter, the medicine chest.
And a great run for you. And good luck going forward here. I'm hoping I can join you on the racetrack here a few more times before the season's out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, but great run, man. Nice to know.
Thank you.
BSR Nelly
User was moved out of your channel.
finishing third place, a lap down. You never say that in a million years, but yeah, if that had gone green, he would have finished second a lap down. Good grief. Well, let's get Josh Clements in here. Got some questions for him.
User was moved to your channel.
Number 92, runner-up tonight, Josh Clements. Do you copy?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. So, I definitely wanted to ask you about that alternate strategy before that final caution came out. Were you thinking, like, at the very beginning, you were just going to throw caution to the wind and go for the four-stopper, or is that kind of on the fly, and what were you kind of hoping to get out of that?
Yeah, I mean, my plan was before stop penning it. Obviously, I was to see how the race progressed. And ended up. I don't know if it was fastest for me. I think it would have been. I was pretty bad on old tires in practice. But I thought, this is decent. I was getting down to like 2.5 seconds to fall off near the end of the run. So I thought, it might be with a shot, and I passed everyone else. So. It got best in class at the very minimum, but it was worth a shot. Cause I know it works at places like Rockingham, so I thought it wouldn't be, I catch the last 7 laps of every run, or like a whole new run. So it was worth a shot to try and figure out, but that damn 18 car.
Yeah, it was unbeatable, absolutely on rails. So, but no, you had to do something different in order to try to beat him, and you were going for definitely one of the I guess you could say one of the more ballsy strategies. So, props to you for that. And even if it wasn't going to quite work out with Tyler, it was still going to net you a decent result. And all in all, you did end up finishing second on the lead lap with a chance. But yeah, that 18 just way too quick. But still, though, I think you got to be feeling pretty good about your speed tonight.
Yeah, it was good. My setup isn't that different from when we came here early this season. I was surprised of because I guess Tyler figured it out. Cause in the early in the season he was like much slower, like maybe like 5 seconds slower short run, and then had that same pace long run. And I guess he figured out how to eliminate that short run deficit and still keep the long run speed. So something to work on, but it was good. I hit myself a little because I felt like I could have been in the position to not have to take the lucky dog and start right behind Tyler if I had done a few things a little bit better, since I was only a second behind him when the caution came out. But I don't know. I don't think I would have got him anyway. I think my car was hanging on those last 5 laps, but it was a good run. P2. We put some pressure on, which is always best you can hope for.
And putting the pressure on, and yep, all you can ask for indeed. Zach, you got anything for Mr. Clements?
Nope, you took all my words.
Great minds think alike, I guess.
Just happy to see you out here again, and can we look forward to seeing you for maybe some more races this season?
It's possible. I'll probably pick and choose. We go here on out, but don't be shocked if see me again this season, and don't be shocked if you see me full time next season. But we'll just kind of see how the curve flies.
Cool. Nice, man.
That'd be pretty sweet, yeah. And hey, hoping I can share a racetrack with you a couple times before the season's out. I'm going to try to make some starts myself. But all in all, though, yeah, you gave it everything that you had. And again, credit to you for opting to try going against the grain there with the strategy. So nicely
Gotta try
done.
something.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, closing thoughts, shout outs, floor is yours. You may have at it, my friend.
Oh man, it's been so long. I typically do better on non-broadcast races. I'm bad at this.
Just do
Thanks.
what comes to mind, man.
I don't know. Thank my computer for nearly killing me by lagging for a second entering turn 3. That was quite scary.
I
It was
remember
like
that.
doing pit stop too. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. But it was fine otherwise. Thanks for my internet for holding up, and thanks for the wall in 3 and 4 for always straightening me out.
The best shout outs I think we've ever had. But Josh Clements coming up just short, but all in all, though, was able to apply the most pressure and ultimately a great second place run there. And yeah, best of luck for any remaining races for you this season.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon.
Hopefully so, man. Josh Clements, second place.
User was moved out of your
That
channel.
now leaves. Dun da da da.
User was moved to your channel.
Good grief, you're good. Tyler, do you copy?
I copy.
What more is there to say? You lapped everybody.
Well, he had a very fast 18 interstate batteries Camry tonight. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun driving the track. I love when this race goes green. This is one of my favorite tracks to go green at. Got to really wrangle the car on the long run, kind of keep it in shape. It's really difficult. And, yeah, it was a fantastic race.
I guess my only real question here is because, again, since you're just in such a league of your own at something like this, are you willing to divulge a little bit into kind of how your driving style is able to adapt to a track like this so well?
Well, these tracks, like with the super high fall, if you got to run a pretty tight setup, and I've run a lot of fixed setup over the years, and that usually those setups tend to drive off the right front. So when everyone has to drive a setup that goes off the right front, or else it's just a lot slower. I feel like those are my times to shine because I don't know, I've just got a lot of practice at driving off the right front, I guess, and keeping it from getting too loose later in the run. So I feel like that helps me a lot. I feel like definitely this is a track where you need a good setup too, and it's another one of those tracks where you have to be very, very precise every lap, and there's really only one way to enter the corner properly, and I feel like those kind of unique ones I do pretty well as well.
It definitely showed. Zach, what you got, if anything?
Who do you think you're more comparable to? Because I was arguing Kevin Harvick.
Well, I'd like to say Bobby Labonte.
Yeah, but Bobby Labonte didn't win as much as you did.
Wiley was saying
there were
that.
a lot of times where he should have won but didn't. Let's be honest.
Okay, well, who's very well accomplished that drives off the right front to your knowledge?
Bobby Labonte.
Okay, give me someone more accomplished.
There's no one more accomplished than Bobby Labonte.
Anyone won
Really?
championship?
I mean,
And on my mind.
Zach did say that you would kill me for who I compared you to.
I'd like to know.
It compared you to Jeff Gordon.
I don't think you need to be in broadcasting any more races here, Andrew. Sorry, man. It's your time to go.
Well, what's worse, the fact that I said you were like 1998 Jeff Gordon because you're that stinking good, or the fact that I called you
him to Jeff Gordon in general is where you failed miserably, Andrew.
Well, what's worse?
Not like Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
Well, what's worse, that or 2023 Max Verstappen?
Oh, he's not good on road courses.
No, I suck at road courses.
Suck. You
I haven't won one, and I think I've won one of them in the last 7 years. So
your definition of sucking on a road course is contending for third, which is like, good lord.
they're not my stronger tracks, and to be honest, a lot of the any success I've had here is all due to setups at road courses. So definitely not the driver.
Road courses are the only time I can even get close to you on the freaking racetrack. But no, man, there's not much else really to say other than good grief, you put a absolute banger on the racetrack there, and hey, you're 5 for 5 now at Darlington, and I feel like at this rate that streak is going to continue.
Well, we can. That's what we're hoping for in this 18 camp. Darlington, one of my favorite tracks. I'd like to keep the record here, but you never know how it's going to shake out. So
you never know. But after coming a 1/10 of a second short last night, you put the beating on the entire field tonight. Very nicely done. Before I let you go, though, you know what to do.
Well, first off, I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. I'm going to go back and watch this. Let's see. We've got Brian and Kathy Boyles for all they do for the series. Magoo for all he does. Everyone at Bomb Squad for putting on such a fantastic race every single week, every single day that we race. It's so much fun to come here, and it's a really great group of people, and I cannot recommend it enough to anyone looking to get for a competitive open setup environment. And Interstate Batteries for being on the car, and wanted to give a shout out to my Aunt Joni, who's who might be watching right now. So yeah, it's a fantastic race, a lot of fun.
Great fun indeed, and very nicely done, man. And best of luck continuing on with the season. Like I've said to the other guys, hoping to join you guys on the racetrack here as many times as I can. We'll see what happens. But awesome stuff, man. Great job.
I appreciate it.
That is Jeff Gordon. I mean Tyler Mallon. Yes,
Oh,
Wow, you're done for now.
You're fired.
I
Well,
thought he was gonna say something else.
I thought so too.
He said fired, and I was like, oh boy.
I had to keep you in here for that one. Hey, let me get you out of here.
User was moved out of your channel.
And
That's not the right place. There we go.
He can figure it out.
There we go. All right. But Zach, your closing thoughts on absolute domination that we just witnessed there.
Yep, it was another great race. Really, really good race tonight. Just the one caution, of course, the 100+ lap green flag run there. It's just fantastic. Different strategies, all the like, big saves, big moments. And yeah, good win, Tyler Mallon.
Good win, Tyler. Great job for everybody on one single caution, coming 100+ laps into the race. That is a showing right there, and credit to all these guys. And yeah, I second what Tyler said. Anyone looking to get into open setups with some competitive guys, but guys that, I mean, they share their setups here quite often, and will often try to help you out as far as trying to get you to be more comfortable on the racetrack and getting a little bit faster. The more competition, the better when it comes to Bomb Squad. So it's a good group of guys, and I'm always happy to be able to race with them and broadcast these. And as much fun as these broadcasts have been, this little break that we're going to be taking before Charlotte is actually going to be really nice because I've missed being on the racetrack. I know I said I'm like semi-retired, even though
Break
you
for
never really
you,
retired.
maybe.
A break for me. It's just Texas. It's just one race.
I know.
But no, yeah. I'm looking forward to getting back out there and on the racetrack. I've missed it. May not do it quite as often as I used to, but it's still good fun. Thank you to Mom Squad for having me do this. And we'll see everybody back again next week for CCR. If plans were to change for Hobo for next week, then of course keep an eye out for that scheduled stream. If not, then we'll see you guys the week after for that one. Until then, though, thank you as always to Zach Rogers for commentating these with me and for all the help that you've given me. Once finances kind of settle down here a little bit, we'll give you some we'll give you some incentive.
I'm dying over here. You pay me.
Can I pay you with an apple pie?
No.
Dang it. What's a Massachusetts thing?
Money.
All right, fine. I'll give you 5 cents.
Money. Money.
All right, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, there you go. You got the reference. Anyway, it's whatever.
Good to see you again, Mantron, as well. You still got me on Discord, I think. You know what to do. But thank you, everyone, again.
Bother this man.
We'll see. We will see you guys later. Take care. And bye for now.
Goodbye is that? Maybe we'll see you guys later. What kind of goodbye is that?
You just roasted AG's outro. That's what he says.
Maybe we'll see you later?
Did I say maybe?
You said maybe.
Huh. Well, that is not what I meant. What I meant was, we will see you guys later. Take care.